Hey guys, it's Matt here alongside C Squared. We are going to be doing commentary of the quarterfinals of the Untap Open League Season 3. The matchup will be between Loop Holbrook on Esper Vehicles and Sam Slam on Esper Approach. What do you think of this matchup, C Squared?
Well, given opening hands, I like both players have molded 6. Since we didn't get to see opening hands, I did see them. Loop's opening hand with a couple of Gideons and a bunch of lands, not spectacular, lacks a lot of early pressure. Sam's opening hand was double approach, settle the wreckage in 4 lands, very slow, dives to early pressure. So both players mulliganed. I like Loop's hand a lot. It has early pressure, it has disruption with Spellcaller, and it has plenty of lands to cast its spells. Sam's hand is okay. It's not great, but it Fumigate might forgive a lot of sins. It does dodge Spellcaller. So I don't know. I'm not
Yeah, it does.
thrilled with his hand.
Yeah. Also, Loop has a Fatal Push, which is a fairly dead card in this matchup, but
Right.
Sam does not have it. Many
But
creatures.
at the same time,
So,
like that 5, if you take away Fatal Push, is like I'm happy with that 5.
yeah, that's also true. So,
More information we have, both players scried to the bottom, and they both scried Prairie Stream to the bottom. I thought that was kind of funny.
yeah. Okay. So,
I'm gonna
Loop
give the
is
players the
on the
go ahead, and
play.
here we go.
Yep. I think Spellcaller countering Glimmer is going to be very. Ooh, that's a bad draw for Sam.
Yeah.
Second approach early against an aggressive deck.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not sure if I agree with him scrying Prairie Stream to the bottom because he needs that force land to cast anything in his hand. At the same time,
That
though,
is.
I understand why he didn't or why he did
Yep.
scry because he also wants something early for interaction.
Yeah. He's running Grasp of Darkness and Esper, which I find really interesting because with a worse mana base than Blue Black, Grasp early is really hard to cast.
Yeah. And I think he's
So
gonna have a lot of time answering the scrap heap. It's just gonna go the distance, I think. I don't see
yeah,
Sam finding an answer anytime soon. He's gonna get in at least 9 damage.
yeah, and then we can go. He can play Copter this turn, or he can hold up Spellcaller, which he's going to opt for this Smuggler's Copter.
I
Okay.
think this is a good turn to develop a copter. I think you're pretty free, especially since it wasn't pushed right away. I think that means there's no removal spell currently in hand, so it would have to be a top deck.
Yeah, that's definitely. Oh, Sam bottoming a Glacial onto the top. No, he's putting it onto the top so he can draw it, so he can cast his Glimmer.
Yeah. Yeah, now
Okay,
he
that makes
needs land.
sense.
Then he found another catacomb. So he's up to 5. He can cast the Fumigate, but Copter's real good against
Yeah,
Fumigate.
that is also true. Although, so Loop's gonna color the Glimmer of Genius, and then Sam's gonna be able to fumigate and then Glimmer for free, which is gonna
Yeah.
be nice, maybe. Unless we draw Talcabuke.
Avacyn's good for the future. And looting away this push
Indeed,
is really
yeah,
nice.
yeah. Fumigating is not so good when you're fumigating with Avacyn.
Yeah.
It's gonna counter the fumigate essentially.
Yep. And that will probably just be the game. Because we're going to see
Yep.
same play we saw last turn from Loot.
Yep.
Ooh, no. I think we're going to see Gideon.
I
Well, I guess attack first?
attack first. I would assume my opponent's holding up a counter. He hasn't done anything, so he might
Ooh,
go for
Metallica
the
Buke, too.
spell caller. Oh, this is really tough decisions. Like you can either discard Queller, go Gideon, and then Rebuke, or you can discard Gideon, and he's gonna hold up Queller into Avacyn. That's what
Yeah.
he's gonna do. Like
Well,
I
if he
think how
quells
this
this,
deck
then
loses. Yeah,
if he quells this though, then the Fumigate's live because there's not enough mana for Rebuke,
yep,
and Avacyn's not up. So he's got a tough
yeah.
decision here, I think.
I I think I like Rebuking into the Fumigate turn, but he might not make that decision because he needs pressure. But he already has 3 damage a turn, and his
Yeah.
opponent's. He's also just going to let that resolve. Okay,
I think
that's
that's
interesting.
fine.
Yep.
Save your rebuke for the spells that actually matter.
That's true, like a Fumigate or the second approach.
Right.
So what's going to happen here is he's going to flash in Avacyn end of turn.
Yeah. Gotta use your mana,
Probably.
I would imagine.
Yep.
I do think it is a tough choice though, because
Yeah,
it's
but
do you leverage your threats one by one, or do you just put as much pressure onto the table?
well, with Spellcaller and Rebuke, he can deal with Settle the Wreckage and Fumigate, depending on what he needs to.
I think this
I
turn I don't
think,
crew my copter.
yeah, because you want to hold it up to Rebuke and Spellcaller.
Yeah. But he's gonna go for
Ooh,
crew.
yeah. Huh. So, Sam being hasty, so he knows he doesn't have a Settle the Wreckage. So, I mean, if this game gets to turn 8 and he can go double approach, it's good, but he's dead next turn.
Yeah.
And he's drawn all lands, so please.
He's gonna dig here. That's gonna get rebuked,
Dig.
I think.
No,
Mm,
I don't think you
No.
rebuke that.
No, you're right.
You
Yeah.
don't.
You rebuke
The
whatever
only
he
thing you
plays
die
after.
to is border wipe. Board wipe's
Yeah.
the only way you lose, so you just don't want to hold your counter for the board wipe.
Yeah.
Yep.
The instinct is counter the dig because it's dig, but
Oh yeah. The dig isn't the threat. The threat is you
Mhm.
losing your board and in-game life. You gotta settle the wreckage.
push is a nice draw,
Push.
but I don't think it's enough because push doesn't get Everson.
Yeah, push does not
Sam
get us.
Sam thinks he's
Wait,
in a good spot, but
he should have taken the Vraska's Contempt because he could have played Drowned Catacomb, and then he could have contempted. He could have pushed and then Contempt, which still dies to Queller, but his board wipe and double board wipe is still gonna happen. Huh? Because you
and yeah,
could
this turn,
have.
yeah, present 2 lethal threats.
Yep. And keep Copter for settle. He's gonna push Scrounger, and that's
That's fine.
fine. You don't care about that. You still have a lethal threat.
Yep.
And he should have just led with Settle the Wreckage, because you want to exile the Scrounger. Because either way, you're dead to a counterspell.
I think his plan was this turn deal with the threats in whatever way I
Yeah,
can, and then approach.
yeah. But if you let on Settle the Wreckage, it exiles his Scrounger
Yeah.
instead of just
Well,
push
I'm saying that I don't
Shrine.
think that matters. I don't think Scrounger
Yeah.
matters at that point because his
Oh, okay.
plan was
Yeah.
just
Yep.
approach the next 2 turns.
That's true. Oh.
For
So
sideboards, I have that open
yeah.
from Sam's side of the board. We get a nice creature package. He does have Scarab God and Torrential Gearhulk and Regal Caracal. I'm not sure if the creature package is for this matchup though.
Yeah. Like with the I like the Regal Caracals against Loop. His
Yeah,
deck isn't the best at dealing with the multiple threats and the lifelink.
it
Like
does
he's
a nice
got
job of gumming
a
up the
couple
ground.
pushes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I don't know if I
from
like negate in this matchup.
I
I, I,
I do, because the way that he's interacting with most of your threats are rebukes, and he also has Loop also has Painful Truths of the sideboards to go up on
okay.
card advantage, as well as Gideon.
The only reason I say that I'm not sure about it is because often against creature decks that have powerful non-creature spells, you see players bringing in negate and then they just die to the creatures on board.
Yep,
So
I
there's a
understand
real
that.
danger to bringing it in, but I think you're right because Gideon is so powerful, Rebuke is so powerful
Yep.
that
Also, Disdainful Strokes that
yeah,
he.
yeah. Given Loop's sideboard, it probably is correct, but
Yep,
it's always worth thinking about. Do I bring in negate against the creature deck?
that is true. It's a reasonable thought.
For Loop, you already mentioned Disdainful Stroke. He also has Dispel, and he has Painful Truths. I like all of those.
Yeah, they're pretty good
Very
against
efficient.
control.
They do what you want to do in the matchup.
Yep. This game looks like to go better for Sam. He has 3 disallows, which on the draw would have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
As well as Loop is only on 2 lands, needs to draw something, and then he draws the swamp, of course, because Loop is great.
Never didn't have it.
Nope. Okay, so now do you just jam Thalia here, or do you jam Painful Truths to draw cards?
I have enough cards in hand. I'm jamming Thalia.
That's true.
Okay.
Loop disagrees. He wants to do, and it's gonna get disallowed.
Yeah. I mean, I figured you could also
Yeah,
think about it in the other way, where I have enough cards in hand. I don't really care as much about my Painful Truth at this point. I'd rather have my Thalia resolve or my Gideon down the
that is
line.
true. Yep. And Loop really values the Thalia.
Yeah.
He loves the card.
I believe he had a write up on the deck a few weeks ago, and he talked about how Thalia is one of the most important cards in the deck.
It is. It is really great. I always hate when he plays it on 3. It's just
All your lands come
really
back.
annoying to
It's so rude.
deal with. Yep.
But it's gonna
And
get
Dispel is
disallowed,
gonna put in
and
work.
then Dispel. Yep.
Which spell?
Loop was kind enough also to give us his sideboarding information. He took out Push, Mage, and Murderous Cut, put in Dispel, Disdainful Stroke, and Painful Truths. We've
That
already
makes
seen
sense.
2 of them get played, and 1 of them's in his hand. So his sideboards, I mean, you draw your sideboard cards, you win, right?
Yeah, definitely. Glimmer is going to be nice for Sam, but it's going to get stroked.
Well, it's going to be an end of turn play. I imagine we might see Gideon here.
I
Ooh, with
don't think he
Inspector,
jam
I'm
game.
more inclined to.
He's going to play Inspector
Yeah.
and then just hold up stroke.
Yeah, with Inspector, that's the play you make, because you have ways to use your mana.
Yep.
And it makes
And then you just swing for 6.
Exemplar an
Yeah, it
actual threat.
makes Exemplar. It's going to get pushed. It's going to be fine. That means
I
he's
don't
not
know if I like
casting Glimmer
push
this
there.
turn. I
Yeah, I
don't
don't know if I
either.
like push. I'm not
Like
using
you're
my mana
delaying your
though.
Glimmer. Yeah. Although he gets to negate and hold up Glimmer this turn, I guess.
I guess. I'm not thrilled.
Nope.
Because meanwhile on
So
Loop's side, he
crack.
gets to use his mana.
Yep. Draw a card. Draws a land. That's fine. Like, because drawing lands lets you cast Avacins, as well as it lets you hold up counter spells while you develop threats.
Yep.
I don't think he slams Gideon here. I think he holds up Disdainful Stroke again.
Yeah. I mean, you have pressure on board, so you're
Yep.
concerned about their cards.
Yep. Now it's just going to be interesting to see whether or not he Disdainful Strokes this, or if he tries to save it for Wrath.
I feel like I'm fine with a Wrath, because then that means my Gideon's probably resolving.
That's true. But
But it looks like he's fine with Glimmer.
yep. Also, there's a chance that he goes dig after if Glimmer gets countered.
Oh, sure.
Then he can just exile his graveyard and draw high dig.
He found
As we
Dig.
speak of the
He
devil.
didn't go for it though.
Nope.
I'm really surprised that he didn't go for it.
Settle the wreckage. Huh. This is gonna work out well for Loop, I think, because
Yeah.
he's gonna settle, and it's gonna get Disdainful Stroked, and then he's gonna negate it, and then he's gonna slam Gideon.
Yeah.
That Glacial. Would Glacial come in tapped have done anything? No, it wouldn't have. He's gonna dig. What?
Ooh.
That's interesting.
If he's digging
Now
now,
it's
why didn't he dig when he had the mana before?
yeah, because now when he settles, dig. When he
He's gonna
settles,
get
it gets
negated.
countered, and then
Yeah.
he's going to slam Gideon, and it's even worse.
Yeah. This is not looking good for Sam.
The second settle might put in work though. with
Yeah, if Loop gets
Gideon
aggressive with
attacking
Gideon.
potentially.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although I don't see any reason to, because I believe it's going to be lethal without Gideon. He's taking 4 now, and it's going to be
Yep.
6 next turn.
That is true. Unless Sam plays Caracal instead of going for Settle. That could
That's
also
true.
be a line.
Caracal does seem reasonable. You have negate backup.
Yep. And then disallow if you have a land.
An untapped land. Has to be a basic.
That's true. Because
Contempt.
you can't quite. Huh.
I think
So
it looks like he's on the settle plan.
I think I would have contempted.
I would have been inclined to almost Caracal.
Yeah, like if
You have
I think
Caracal with negate.
that's true. Like if I was gonna go on the settle plan, I would rather just contempt.
Right.
I think Loop recognizes that this is a settle because that's the only thing that it could have. That's the only thing it could be.
Yeah.
Like, I guess it could be a contempt on like a Thalia, but
Yeah.
it's more likely that it's settled the wreckage because. And he's gonna disdainful stroke because it's a lethal attack, and then negate is gonna get used.
Yep.
Actually, it might be disallow because you might want to hold up negate when you cast
Right.
Caracal.
I think I want to use my mana.
Yeah, he's gonna use disallow.
Because at this point, Sam's mana is at a premium. There's so much he wants to do.
Yep. So now he has to rebuild the board.
I mean, he's going to put out a 1/1 and a 2/2 this turn, so it's not
The end of the
horrible.
world.
He still has an
We'll
active
see
Gideon.
something in his deck. Yeah. But
Contempt will take care of
next
that.
contempt. Yep, exactly.
Sam, I'm pretty sure, is favored at the moment. So.
Yep.
Loop needs to peel some good ones off the top.
He might just he's just gonna snap off a contempt, I think.
Yeah, I would contempt here.
Yeah.
Deal with the Gideon.
Okay, so just
You end up take 1 damage off of that exchange if there's no artifact.
There's
And then
no
you have Caracal stabilize the board.
Qualler does not counter Caracal, so that's
It is an evasive threat, and
rough.
Sam is low enough
Yep.
that. Ooh, Gearhulk though.
Gearhulk. Okay, so he's just that's obviously a Gearhulk.
Well, not obviously a Gearhulk, but it's Dig, Glimmer, any number of instant things.
Well, yes, it's an instant threat. Like the most obviously either Dig or that, or it's a third settle the wreckage if he plays that.
No,
No, I
I
think
would
it's
dig.
2.
I'm off the flashback. I would dig, but yeah, it could be a settle
Yes.
as well.
Yeah, Dig is the choice. Okay.
Yeah, Sam's looking
So he
good this game.
takes 1, goes to 4, then untap Caracal.
Found another approach.
But they found approach, so he's gonna win in 2 turns. That could be. Oh.
Well, Loop only gets 1 more turn, I believe, because this is during Loop's turn.
Yeah, he gets 1 more turn. So like if he goes Queller at the end of turn, he puts him to 2, and then he gains 7, goes to 9. He needs to find a counter spell to be able to deal with it because he can't quite counter and cast approach in the same turn yet. Never mind. By the time he casts the second approach, it will be yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, I think
I
Sam has
think this is going to go to game 3.
Unless he doesn't cast approach, but there's no way he doesn't, right?
Yeah. Like approach is the only line. This approach is the best line here.
Yeah.
Loop was saying this is probably his hardest matchup in the top 8. I don't disagree because Wraths are, and Avison's not going to do anything here.
Yeah.
Like Wraths against this deck are great, as well as counter magic. Like it has more Wraths than like blue black, as
Right.
well as Grixis, which is annoying. And Loop is going to go for the win, and there's nothing that Loop can do.
Yep. Loop is dead.
Yeah.
His
He's been
sideboard was very
approached.
effective, but he just didn't have quite enough pressure.
That is, yep. That's the one bad thing. Huh.
And now Sam is saying he doesn't think he has enough time for game 3, but games 1 and 2 were real quick. Oh, 3 minutes.
This is not enough time to play this
Like
matchup.
10 minutes would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
The way these games have been going.
It'll be fast, XD.
We'll see what the players end up deciding, but I imagine we'll end up picking up game 3 after Sam gets
Wait.
back.
Yep.
Those were fun games, though. You need to have early pressure against approach, or eventually it will probably just kill you.
That is true. But approach in Frontier does not seem like the best strategy, since there are a lot of decks that can just kill you before you can even cast the first approach.
Like if Loop had found an artifact in the early turns of the game to make his exemplar a real threat earlier and push in those couple extra points of damage, I think he might have been able to get there.
Okay. Yeah, that seems. Yep. Because like 2 turns with an artifact would have killed him. Yeah. Huh.
So it looks like we'll be picking up game 3 in about 45 minutes when Sam gets back.
Yeah.
And it looks like we're just going to do some other stuff until then. Not sure who's going to be playing in the exhibition and what the matchup will be, but we'll get that to you in a moment.
Looks like it's probably going to be NASCAR against Loop.
Yeah, but who knows what the decks will be. Could be anything.
That is true.
Could be a boat.
Looks like Loop is probably just going to get some more reps in with Esper, I'd assume. But in the sideboard. And
Trying to find out right now from NASCAR what he's on. I guess we'll find out when he draws his opening. Oh, Loop went for something different.
Yep, Loop indeed. They both. Looks like it's elves versus
Humans.
Bant Company.
Yeah.
It's not humans. It's
yeah.
slightly different.
There's a in there. That ain't no human.
Yep. Advocate is indeed not human. Also, it's running Jace, which not all the human lists are running.
True. I do like both hands, though.
Yep. Double there's Saloon Advocates everywhere this game.
Gonna get to see standard of old 2/3s fighting 2/3s.
Yep. Reflector Mage doesn't indeed win the 2/3 off this. And then Dramoka's command a 2/3.
Super wins.
Neat. Yep. Dramoka's command in this match.
I do think I would have played Botanical Sanctum there, though. Because then I can go Botanical Sanctum if I end up drawing Sanctum next turn.
That is true.
But could be relevant.
Okay, so if you're Loop, we're going to see a Reflector Mage on Advocate next turn.
Yeah.
Then he can go like Duskwatch into Dramoka's command next turn,
If he finds
or
a land.
Jason to Dramoka's command if he draws a land. Yep.
Oh, pre-combat attack. I like
Oh,
that a little
yeah.
bit because Jamoka's command would be a huge blowout.
Yep. Nazca respects it and doesn't block.
Well,
Like the
huge
post.
blowout. I mean, it's still 1-for-1. The advocate becomes a 3-4, which is kind of big, but you're still trading 1-for-1.
Well,
He's not actually adding board pressure. So actually,
because
I
if
might
he's
have liked.
doing that, he's killing. Wait, yeah.
I might have actually liked
He's,
NASCAR blocking there, just because it prevents
but
Luke
if
from using all of his mana, and
yeah,
it doesn't add a creature to the board.
but he kills both the visionary and the
He only kills one because it only puts.
no,
Oh
no,
no,
because he
fighting. Yeah. No, you're right.
fighting, so he kills
I
both.
forgot about that part of it. Yeah. Um. Yeah.
Visionary into
Elite.
an elite. Okay. With double cord in hand, I think NASCAR might be favored because he can start cording for multiple shamans and just killing
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
He's fine taking these little bits and chunks of damage.
Yep. Now it's a question of do you just deploy a Nade Rallier or like a Duskwatch or a Jace?
Um. Duskwatch seems fine on this board against a bunch of 1/1s. I mean, I don't think
Yeah.
NASCAR's attacking anytime soon, but
We just drew in Shaman of the Pot. Okay. Going to that's right. So you can go Advocate, Advocate, end of turn, cord for bunch.
cord
You can cord
for
for
3
shaman,
shaman.
get untapped shaman into cord for shaman kill. Seems
Yep.
like the plan to me.
Does Jamoka's command do anything? Because this will be 6 damage, or no, 7 damage for the first shaman. The second shaman will come down. It'll be a Jamoka's command, and it'll still be 7 damage. So yeah, Jamoka's command killing a creature doesn't do anything.
So let's see if he might not cord right away though, or he is gonna cord right away. Play around because I guess.
Make sure the first one gets in 7 damage.
Yep. 7 then 8. 7 then 7 then 8 is
Yeah.
a lot. 22.
If he finds a
So
second Jamoka's command, it'll be. He'll kill 2 creatures from this board. It'll be 6 and 7. So yeah, second Jamoka's command also doesn't do it.
well, depends. He might Coco, Reflector Mage, a couple of things.
Well, 2 creatures isn't enough because then Shaman will deal 6, and then untap, find Shaman, deal 6. Or I guess both of them would be untap on that
6,
same turn,
7,
but 6 and 7
6.
still makes 13.
Yep, you're right. Looks like. Ooh. Huh. He's just gonna Coco now. Interesting.
I think I like it because if you the way out of this is if he Reflector Mage's Shaman now, because then he can't Nazca can't play the Shaman in his hand.
Yep, yep, makes sense.
Of course,
Hitting
Loop
double
doesn't know.
advocate though is
Yeah, double advocate's not
yeah,
going to do it, and Loop also doesn't know what's in NASCAR's hand.
true that. And he can even play Gnarl after
for
to add in more damage,
the
but
style
not,
points.
and apparently is not doing it. Just Coco.
Just didn't matter. Very dead.
Yep, very dead.
I have no idea what these sideboards look like. Oh well, not no idea, but specifically what they've put in their sideboards. So I guess we'll
Like,
have to wait and see if they tell us.
yep. Like, interesting. Nass has a love for elves, but don't think like as long as blue black is prevalent in the meta, I don't good of a deck. I'm not saying the
Yeah.
deck is bad. I'm just saying it
Right.
loses
It gets pushed
terribly
out.
to blue black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine there are some number of interactive spells, push, murderous cut, that sort of thing in NASCAR's sideboard. We might see those come in, but at the same time, his linear game plan seems really good against a Bant-colored deck that can't really interact with what he's
Yep.
doing.
Huh. There's a chance that Bant had out of the sideboard of Bant that Loop has some things like
Well, he's telling me
dispels,
he
disdainful
took out
strokes.
2 Jace and Avacyn, and then put in Tragic Arrogance and 2 Declaration in Stone. So that's some interaction.
Yep. Tragic Arrogance is spicy. I have not seen much of that card.
I haven't seen that since it made a run in Standard for a little bit of a time.
Yep.
It had what, like a 2-month span where it was really popular, and then fell off. If I'm remembering things right.
Okay.
I actually
So
liked
NASCAR.
NASCAR's opener.
Yeah,
I'm not sure I agree with his initial mulligan.
I don't either. Also, NASCAR brought in the Elford Thornin for Rex Age, is what he's telling me.
Is
So
that the 4
4
mana
mana.
3/4?
Yes, that
The
pumps
Lord?
and whenever it attacks, gain 1 for each attacking elf, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep. I feel NASCAR. NASCAR set. I don't get why NASCAR mulled his 7. It was slow, but it
It
was
was slow,
keepable
but it
hand.
had everything you wanted.
Yeah.
Also, it randomly has reach, because that's the thing elves do.
Yep. So Renegade Rallier, get back land. Seems like the play.
Seems pretty
Then you
solid.
can Coco next turn. Coco next turn and have Revolt on line. Or Reflector. Or Queller. Or Reflector, depending on what NASCAR plays.
Gonna
Or
be this
Vortex Nice draw.
Trapper and
Yep.
pass. Slow hand, but if he gets to next mana, or if this Trapper survives, or he finds a 4th mana, he's in good shape. I
Now we're going to see
imagine the
whether Reflector Mage Dusk Watch this turn seems pretty good from
I
or
like
from Loop.
I like Duskwatch Hold Up Spellcaller.
Yeah, that's also a good line. I was just
But if he's
Oh,
fetching now, it looks like
he's
he's going
fetching
for your
now.
line.
Yep. He's just trying to deny mana.
Yeah. Because what's spooky from the L side is the 4 mana play when they play their Coco.
Yep.
So if you can prevent that, and you did.
Oh, second Naruto Trapper is really awkward after getting
Yeah, it
Reflector
is.
Maged.
Ooh.
It's awkward enough that NASA's just going to concede. I
I
don't
still
blame
feel like
him.
his first hand was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, sure, it's slow, but it builds up a board real quick with double. I think it had double Coco. Or maybe it was Shaman into Coco.
I
And
believe it
that's
was the Court
fine.
of
It
Calling
keeps.
in the Coco. I'm not entirely sure though.
That seems fine for gumming up the board, and that's really all you need to do.
Yep.
Survive long enough. Keep a big board.
Okay, so NAS is. I think NAS should keep this. It's slow. Oh,
I
no.
like it. I agree with that decision a lot more simply because it didn't have Collected Company. It had it at a
Yeah,
second chord instead.
yeah. Okay, this hand is good from NASCAR. He's got double Naru, Unclaimed. Unclaimed is awkward when casting Cord and Coco, especially
Yes.
Cord.
So he needs to find an actual green source.
Yeah, because currently he has no green mana to cast Cords. Like,
Yeah.
because Naruto can't tap for green to unless it's a creature spell, an elf spell,
Hmm.
elf creature.
On the other side, I also like Loop's hand. Has a bit of interaction, which, as it turns out, Declaration Stone is going to get 2 creatures, most likely. So that's pretty
But yeah.
good. And Renegade Rallier with fetches is pretty nice.
Yep. Turn 2. Then
NASCAR found the wrong color.
yeah. If Mirror's not as good when you have an Herb in play. Still lacking on green. This deck and
More
stone
lands for
is
Loop
gonna
is
put.
not
It's
stellar.
okay.
I think I go for deck right now though.
No, like more lands in this version of Bant is a lot better than the full-on Bant humans list because it is fine with going up
Creatures.
to the later stage. Yeah, this is a very miserable shaman for one.
I think you got to do it though.
Yep.
You're not casting anything else anytime soon.
It also adds 1 green mana for Cord, so there's that.
We're a long way from Cord.
Yes, we are. You can
That's not
crack
happening
double clue
anytime
next
soon.
turn.
Oh man.
Reflector Mage. Yep.
NASCAR is going to die a slow, miserable death.
Elvish Mystic. It's
Right on
okay.
time, buddy.
Crack a clue. That's what he's gonna do first. Second chord is really
Oh man.
yep. This is why I dislike Uncharted Territories as much as it's a good way to fix mana for elves and other tribal
Right.
decks.
I
Chord
feel
is
like since you're
it would
already a
use a lot
2-color
worse.
deck. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just you're already a 2-color deck, so you already have decent mana, especially your enemy color. Green black gets man lands and um fast lands, so I don't know. Doesn't seem
Driven,
necessary.
driven to despair with only an Elvish Mystic. Seems really great right now. Oh,
Hey,
there we
there
go.
we
Ladder
go.
Morale.
We can finally
So you
cast
can
a
go.
non-elf green spell without
You can.
relying on a creature.
I think you just run out Shaman again this turn.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you
Deals
need something on board,
2.
especially now that you have Driven to Despair.
And now he's gonna get Calcode in response as he wants to try and hit a Queller.
Find a spell caller. Yeah.
Looks like, oh, is it the
Oh.
classic one hit? It's the
Oh.
classic one hit. Ouch.
Oh man. No one's firing on any cylinders today.
Huh. Elvish is gonna beat down.
Oh boy.
Reflect. So you can go Renegade Rally. No, you can't. You don't have Revolt
Or
trigger.
fetch
Never mind.
anymore. Yeah.
Yep. He's not gonna exert. Oh, I wouldn't have exerted because if you want to trade, you might want to trade with the Shaman.
Yeah.
Although Nas might just not trade because, like, if you trade with the Shaman, you get to renegade it back. You might just Reflector Mage.
Yeah, that's what I
Reflector
would
Mage
do.
is pretty good.
Just get rid of the big thing on the board, keep up my pressure.
Yep. He he now cannot cord unless he draws an untapped green source.
Against Driven to Despair, that's pretty miserable still.
Yeah. Also a creature. Oh, there's the unclaimed territory for the Rubbins.
Oh man. We're gonna see Driven to Despair.
Yep.
More like driving NASCAR to despair.
Oh,
Oh man.
yep. Draw 1, discard 1, get wrecked, kid. Get
I
wrecked, Mo.
mean, it's a 4-mana 2-for-1.
Yeah. It could be so much better though.
It really could be, but it's something. Man, imagine if Loop was in black and this was Fatal Push. Ooh. Oh, Loop. Does Loop not know what the card does? Oh, interesting. Someone hasn't played enough
Yeah.
Limited.
Value. Menace. Okay, discard.
Well, he can cast this one.
I got it. There we go. Elvish Mystic. There we go. Okay.
Oh boy.
Play it.
Chord of Calling is now castable.
Oh, Thalia. There we go.
Oh man, NASCAR didn't put his second one on Pirates for value.
Okay, so Thalia is happening.
Yep.
Yep.
Loop looks
Thalia is
pretty
great.
good.
Yeah.
But there are
So
some draws. I mean, NASCAR's not out of it.
1, 2.
Advocate into
So
Shaman with Chord for 2
2, I
to get
believe.
Dunelin's Elite. That's not bad. Or Elvish Visionary.
Yeah, you can chord in response to the shaman trigger. Oh wait, no, you can't. He can't chord for 2 because shaman and advocate come into play tapped because
Oh,
of
you're
Thalia.
right. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man.
You can chord for 3 right now if you want.
Oh man. This is
Oh no,
brutal.
chord for 2. No, chord for 3. Yeah.
This is brutal.
Huh. Shaman
For 4.
enters for 4. So now what's gonna happen is he blocks Glory Bound, blocks Thalia, takes 4, goes to 3. I don't even think I don't think you exert Glory Bound here. I could be wrong, but because you trade
I,
off them, then you get to rally, or
oh sure, yeah.
because he's gonna block it anyways. And then let's see, is there any other creatures? No, but he gets back a land and Glory Bound, and it's untapped
Yeah.
next turn.
Yeah. Loop is now trying to figure out how he dies.
There's no way he can. Wait,
He,
he
waiting just doesn't
can't
do him any
shaman and
good.
he can't shaman and chord because it
Shaman costs
enters.
3 mana. You just need 6 between creatures, although if he just blocks with 1, no.
If he blocks
Yeah,
with the
both
one,
of
he's
his
dead.
Elvish Mystics are dying. So
Yep.
I guess if he draws an untapped land, he could do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he draws untap land, yes, he can do it. But even then, he doesn't kill with the shaman because shaman it would go 3 into 4. It would go 4 into 4 because you can chord with the trigger on the stack.
Yeah. Oh, that was cute.
Yep.
Renegade Rally got the land back, and then
So he can
allowed
cast.
him to play the
Yep.
second rally.
There's your unclaimed territory, so he can't, but he can chord for and he's just dead.
He's pretty dead though. So many
Yep.
creatures. He got 3.
Yeah.
NASCAR's land did not get along with him at all.
It's time for some rubbins.
That was a pretty quick
Run back out. uh, huh. Yeah, elves are good. I dislike the unclaimed territories. It's just like
Yeah.
as you saw in those games, the chords are very castable when all your green sources only are only for elves. That's just
Looks
rough.
like we might have Loop get on to talk about the match so far. I guess that's something we can do.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
Let's see.
Now I wish I had actually taken notes so I can remember all the things that happened and ask actual questions.
Yeah. Still. Right. Huh. I wonder if. I think. Who do you think will be favored on the in Game 3? Loop or Sam?
I think I give it to Loop on the play.
Yo, what's up?
Hello, hello, hello. So we're having you on, I guess, now in the interim to talk about the match so far.
Yeah, I figured it'd be a good break from a bunch of gameplay. From like six
That
matches.
third game though was
back
pretty
to back.
brutal. NASCAR's Lance did not get along with him.
Yeah, I don't know how Elves lost. That deck never loses.
Because unclaimed territories are subpar force.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
We talked about it since Green Black has access to 3 different dual lands in Blooming Marsh, Hissing Quagmire, and Llanowar Waste. I don't think it needs unclaimed territory.
Yeah, and it just made his mana even rougher.
I'm not sure that I want to play Hissing Quagmire in Elves.
Sure, but I think
Well,
it's
yeah.
better than unclaimed territory because it always taps for green for Coco and
Yeah.
for Cord.
I
Cord,
guess if you're playing
which
Cord,
one?
it's kind of rough to play Unclaimed Territory because then you have to rely on your creatures mostly.
Yeah.
I could see that. Especially if you're running Westvale Abbey, which I feel like you need to with Elves.
Mm-hmm.
Westvale Elves is great because just being able to transform against Atarka quickly is nice.
I'm not really well versed in Elves. It's a deck that I kind of keep off my radar because I feel like it's pretty easy to handle.
Yeah, if you have enough, a bit of removal, a couple removal spells, and a couple big creatures that can apply pressure, you're in pretty good shape.
So how about that game 2 against Sam?
Yep.
That was a pretty good comeback on his part.
Yeah, we had decided that if you had drawn an artifact in the first couple turns of the game to find to make your exemplar a real threat, you probably would have won.
I agree with that, but at the same time, my hand wasn't good to begin with, and like while that definitely would have probably put me ahead, that's asking a lot from my side because
Sure.
I had a 2-land hand with like Athalia and I want to say a Gideon. It could have been a disdainful stroke. I don't remember.
Might have been a
It
rebuke.
was disdainful. You didn't get Gideon until middle of the game, and you discarded it for the, or was that the other game? Yeah.
I believe
don't
that
remember.
was game 1 when he discarded the Gideon.
Oh
That was
yeah,
game
I definitely
one.
discarded
Yeah,
Gideon in game 1, which I probably shouldn't
Which
have
is
in
nice.
hindsight. I think I should have just like thrown that out there because it would have been resilient to a board wipe. But I was trying to play really passively against him because I feel like the only way I lose is if I overextend and allow my board just like to get completely taken over.
Yeah.
I think that is.
I agree with the disco.
Well, I don't want to say too much because it's still a game 3, but
yeah, but on the fact of game 1, when you the one turn where you could have cast Queller, when you had Queller, like you could have not crewed with Scrounger for the copter,
And then I would have
and
had
just went
Queller
with the
and Rebuke back up.
and Queller and Rebuke up. Yeah, was wondering about that.
Yeah, I got really greedy with that, where I was like trying to hit a 6th land, but in hindsight, that was just really bad.
Yeah. I
But
feel like it was 3 damage no matter what.
yeah, for sure. That was definitely a misplay on my part. I also felt like I was pretty far ahead at that point, where I had like double counters, and he's only deploying like 1 board wipe a turn. But
Yeah.
for sure, I should have held up double counters. There's no reason not to at that point.
Yeah.
Overall, I'm kind of surprised at how slow his hand was in game 1. Like, he didn't really have anything going on until, I want to say, the first spell that he cast was like Glimmer or something, wasn't it?
I think he cast an Opt on
Yep.
turn 2.
He kept an opt into Glimmer, and that was about it.
But yeah, like, you can't really do that in this format. It's like way too slow.
Yeah, he was stuck on like double approach and
His
fumigate.
opening hand was double approach, fumigate, settle the wreckage, 4 lands. So
Something
his
like that.
second hand was like 3 lands and Glimmer. So his hands weren't great.
Yep.
And I think we both have had a mulligan
Yeah, both
in
of you
each
mulliganed
game,
6
right?
in game 1. I can't remember in game 2 if either of you mulliganed.
I for sure mulliganed. I think he mulliganed. Maybe not.
Yeah.
But either way, they haven't been like the most competitive games, I feel.
Yeah.
Like, one person
He
was
could
always
have had a
ahead.
much aggressive start.
Game 2 was pretty good. You were ahead for a while and kept trying to put him off, and then eventually you turned the corner.
I had that one play where I think I want to say that I disdainful stroked to settle the wreckage, which then got countered anyway. And I was kind of thinking that maybe I should have saved that disdainful stroke for something else, because I was still going to have Gideon on board regardless.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
then I think I would have drawn Queller pretty soon after that, if I'm not mistaken. And it
Yeah,
was like
I
one of
believe
those
that's
instances where I got a little greedy, and I was like, I have lethal on board. I need to push for lethal.
Okay, looking back on it, you did mulligan in game 2. Sam kept to 7.
Yeah, I know that I for sure mulliganed. I just wasn't sure about him. Overall, though, how do you guys feel about the matchup so far?
I think it's gone about as expected, heavily favoring whoever's on the play, because it seems like a very tempo-based matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Where if you're able to get out ahead, then you have a good chance of staying ahead. Whereas if he's able to keep you off balance, it seems like he has a good chance of, I guess, keeping you off balance and surviving until he can approach.
And a lot of people were
Yep.
discrediting Sam's deck, but obviously he got to top 8 for a reason. And I've talked a lot of trash with him because I think it's fun to talk trash with him because he's like so combative. But I honestly don't think his deck's as bad as people claim it is, especially for the meta right now.
Yeah, the meta is a lot slower this season.
Like, I personally would play blue-black control over it, but the fact that there's like, 5 Marvel decks or something like that. There's, I want to say, a couple Saheeli decks. I think that approach is a little better against those type of strategies. I could be wrong about that, but
it's not. Yeah, especially if you have settled the wreckage to deal with combo and stuff like that. So it's definitely not bad. I just don't think approach is where you want to be. Like casting a 7-mana spell and having it get countered on the second time down, because you can tempo, like he cast approach number 1, then you resolve like you start pressuring, and then when approach number 2 happens, you just counter it and just start beating down with a 5/6 is where I feel approach suffers. Or like against your type of deck, just metallic rebuking the second one and quelling like settle the wreckages seems like a good point.
yeah. And especially like when after sideboard, I have like, well, I think I have 11 counter spells.
Yeah, your sideboard plan seems very strong if you can find early pressure.
And like at least 9 of those counter spells hit all of his board wipes. only dispels Miss Fumigate. But then with Fumigate, I also have Avacyn as backup, and then Gideon and Copter are both pretty resilient to it.
Yep.
It's an interesting strategy, and I'd be curious to find out why he actually ended up going for it instead of just hearing that it is as good as he says it is. Like, I would like to know the logic of why he thinks it's so good. Because obviously, top 8ing, your deck has to have
some legs.
Yeah.
But approach is free, obviously.
If the 4th color is free, the 5th color is absolutely free.
But then you might as well just go 6th color for colorless.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what Matt and I talk about all the time in our team chat. That's about 99% of blue-black team testing is like, how can we get in that 6th color in every deck?
Down.
Should we do one more exhibition match?
I guess, since Sam isn't back.
Yeah. I guess we could do something.
Do you guys recall how long ago he said he was going to go eat dinner?
Oh, I'm gonna scroll back in the chat because the chat has everything.
Yeah.
I was really hoping we could get game 3 in.
Yeah.
I felt like we were both playing pretty quickly.
I think you could have done it.
Yeah.
About half an hour ago, I think. Wait, maybe slightly more than that now.
He said his mom made dinner. I feel like it doesn't
minutes.
take that long to eat.
I thought he said something about a diner, so I thought he might have been going out. I'm really not sure.
Like 35 minutes ago.
Roughly. Yeah.
So he should be back fairly soon. But it looks like NASCAR wants to do another exhibition.
That'd be
so
fun.
I'll hop in on that. As far as my sideboard strategy for game 3, I think I'm going to bring in a Murderous Cut over one of the second Painful Truths. Because killing a Caracal or something like that might be a little more useful than drawing 3. Because, like, as you guys saw in game 2, I only used that to bait out his counterspell so I could resolve Dahlia.
Yep.
Right.
That's what we were talking about on 3. Because, like, C-Squared was saying he just jammed Thalia, and I'm like, he's going to play Painful Truth.
Well, it wasn't necessarily that you just jam Thalia, it's that Thalia is better than Painful Truth at this point because you have cards, you have spells. You don't need the card draw.
That's definitely true. But my thinking was, if Painful Truth resolves, then I'm also going to hit that 4th land regardless, so that if he does have a counterspell, I am going to be able to counter it and resolve Dahlia. But anyway, it kind of worked out, kind of didn't. Because later on he was able to catch up, but at the time it worked out. But yeah, I do think I need probably a little bit of removal. Because also that Torrential Gearhole kind of blocked me for... It wasn't lethal damage or anything, but it could have like made a big difference if he hadn't had the other approach so quickly.
That's true. Yeah, cut against their 6-drop seems pretty good. Just keeping them off balance.
I guess we'll see how that works out for you in game 3.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm hoping that both of them are bringing 2 more different decks. Not Bant Human, or not Bant Company, and not Elves.
Yep.
Something new and spicy.
Bunch of different decks you can bring in Frontier right now. The meta is decently diverse.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're not concerned about playing like a top tier 1 kind of deck, your options are almost wide open.
Yeah. Even then, like, there was a bunch of Marvel in this as well as there's a few cat. There was aggro. There's a bunch of Jund, simple black control, approach, vehicles, stuff like that.
So it looks like this is 4-color Saheeli against classic Mardu Green.
Abza and red.
Or
yeah, Mardu Green. Either way, it works.
Oh man, those 4-color decks, what you named them back in the day.
Yeah. I believe this is something similar to what Sky piloted in season 1 of the UOL League. Might be a bit different.
I mean, based on the opening hand, it looks almost identical to the old Mardu Green, Abzan Red, whatever standard deck. Probably with a few new cards.
Yeah.
But Luke kept a sketchy 1-lander and is getting punished. Hey,
Very
he found a second land. Still can't cast out both of Nissa or Jace.
Not quite yet. Very impulses on the Jaces that is going to be really nice for Mass. Keeping it off balance until you can jam a Rhino. Because Rhino is great. All hail the Rhino.
King Rhino back again.
Yep. And then he can Crackling Doom the Feldar Guardian when he plays it.
Do you run out the Feldar Guardian? If you
not
end up with
necessarily on turn 4. But I mean when he goes to combo, having a Crackling Doom on. Yeah. He's gonna go for Oath, get a land. Okay.
I mean, I don't think you get anything else.
I think you play Mountain this turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then your Windswept Heath can get you an untapped Prairie Stream.
Or a Canopy Vista. No, you want double blue for dig. Blue. You're right. Yep. Your Chase number 1. Then you just tap out for Rhino, I would assume.
No reason not to jam Rhino. Puts the most pressure on the board. And that's what you want to do from the mid-range to win this matchup. You need pressure already on the board, or a board presence already, and then you can safely leave up mana for delaying the combo when that becomes relevant.
Yep.
So NASCAR is in a really good spot
also,
on the mid-game side.
Yeah.
I mean, the life gain's largely irrelevant because I think if it comes down to a fair game of Magic, I think NASCAR is heavily favored.
That's true.
So Luke's only hope, I think, is the combo. Although if he can deal with this pressure, NASCAR doesn't have a lot more going on in hand.
Wait, what mistake did Nas make? 1 second, because he said he made a mistake.
Well, I think this turn I would have played my land here, and used Soulfire Grandmaster to get my Fiery Impulse back. Because I don't think I'm doing anything else with my mana.
Yeah, NASCAR made a play mistake apparently though, because he illustrated in chat that I'm sure I didn't miss his mistake. So I'm trying to figure out what mistake he could have made.
Might have been lands. I'm not sure. And here he's going to be nice here though.
Probably.
Remove the last bit of pressure.
Yep. But then Crackling Doom can kill Mahiri.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Unfortunately, doesn't get the 2-for-1 there.
No. But killing a Planeswalker for 3 mana instant speed isn't the worst. I think now Luke is ahead because he can play Guardian or Jace. Like he can go Jace or he can go Guardian, Flicker, Oath, and essentially.
I like Guardian, Flicker, Oath. It uses my mana the best. Maybe dig first, actually. Try and find a land and then a spell, and then you can play Jace as well.
Ooh, another Crackling Doom. Okay.
Yeah,
he's just gonna smack him for 2.
Yeah, this is all NASCAR has going on now.
Well, he's not that far away from just actually killing Loop. He's
Fifth land is pretty good.
3. Wooded Foothills cannot get Prairie Stream. Because I was gonna say, if he can get a blue source off of Wooded Foothills, he can go Jace and dig. But
but still, 5th land is nice. You have Fumigate in hand.
Yeah, there's also a chance you just dig into a blue source and be able to cast Jace.
or some 3-drop that you want to cast. Renegade Valier
Yep.
maybe,
and then you can
or
just
you can cast the
get
Sahili
ooh,
this turn.
Satyr Wave. But yeah, so you can just set up the Sahili combo this turn. You can play Sahili this turn and then try and combo next turn.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Crackling Doom is going to be quite good at stopping the combo.
Yeah. You also might just play Jace here after he cracks what is for combo full on next turn, as well as deploy the Jace threat. And this might get Nas to use the Crackling Doom to stop the flip.
Possibly, yeah. Actually, Jace is forced to. If Jace doesn't block, NASCAR wins.
Oh yeah, that could.
Wow.
He does. He just does it now. It can't
Oh
block.
no, he can do it now too. It can't block. Yeah. Because he can play the 3rd land. Yeah.
Wait.
Wow. Oh
Wait.
wait.
No.
Can
It
Bloodstream
can't.
Mire?
Bloodstained Mire can't fetch a
Oh, he
white
didn't have
source.
double white. Oh no. Oh no.
Double white. Oh, that's
Oh.
rip.
Well, no additional double white. That is.
Yeah. If he had another white source, he just wins there.
Oh, that's
As it
so
is,
sad.
combo kill happens.
Mm.
That's the epitome of a feels bad man.
Oh man. Oh, that feels bad.
I deserve this.
Oh.
Rip. Abzan Red getting beaten over by combo at 1 life. 1 is not in
Oh.
fact 0.
Oh man. In the sideboard, I imagine some number of discard spells would be reasonable out of Abzan or Mardu, whatever you want to call it.
Yep. He probably has Duresses or Transgress.
Both of those are pretty solid. I actually like Transgress a little more than Duress in this matchup because I believe Transgress will have more targets, and you don't really care so much about the mana efficiency.
Yeah.
And both decks more or less just want to get their mid-range battles on because I do think there is enough interaction once you have the whole deck laid out with sideboard for NASCAR to be fine against the combo, and it's just going to be a mid-range fight. I know some lists
Yep.
4-color Sahili run Glorybringer in the sideboard, and I think that's going to be pretty strong in the matchup.
If it is indeed in the deck, there's also Nissa Vital Force. Sometimes he play, so there might be
Or
that.
various Chandras, various Gideons.
Yep. We can only speculate until we know.
Loop is telling me he took out the combo and a Fumigate. He put in 3 Glorybringer, an Ishkana, 2 Disdainful Stroke, 2 Gideon, and Nissa Vital Force. So he is just all in on the mid-range fight.
So how likely is it, do you think, that Sorcerer's Spyglass names the one of Loop's fetches? Especially that Windswept Teeth.
Oh man.
You ready for it? Because
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the blind picks. He might play Harsh Mentor first.
He might play Harsh Mentor, but please, no! I was so ready. I would have laughed so hard. Oh, he played the Windswept. If he had played the Flooded Stranded Cracked, it would have been glorious.
Also, this Harsh Mentor is about to be not Seller. Oh
nope.
wow.
Oh, there
wow.
and Gideon. Oh, he whiffed on the save.
Yeah, wow. That's rough. Ouch. But NASCAR over here with all this anti-combo hate, and Loop took out the combo.
Yep. Let's see if he plays the Spyglass.
He's gonna play it on Sahili. Well, I guess he gets to see the hand first. I forgot with Spyglass you do get to see the hand first.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just gonna go for Sahili.
Yep. Sahili is not in. It looks like,
Sahili is no
no.
longer in the 60.
That is true. Frontier's just standing for people in this KT.
Also, another windswept Heath. Oh
That
man.
would have been triple strip mine. It would have been so good.
Oh man.
So good.
My mind is melting.
Loop would have just lost if he'd played Sorcerer Spyglass on
Turn 2.
Windswept Heath on turn 2. Yeah.
Yep.
It would have been game. He would be working on 2 lands instead of 5 and have 3 dead cards.
Man, you wouldn't have gotten a ramp this turn either?
Oh yeah. He wouldn't have been even able to cast it likely.
I like Luke's spot though. I think he's going to untap Fumigate, clean up Harsh Mentor and the Rhino.
How greedy do you get with Fumigate? Like, because there's a chance it would have been quad strip mine.
Oh man. No, if I'm Luke there, I'm playing Windswept Heath and just here's another Windswept Heath that you could have gotten.
Literally,
Mentor
though.
did deal a lot of damage though. Actually dealt a lot more damage than I thought
Yep.
it would. Because Loop has just drawn all of his fetches.
Yeah, every fetch turns into a bolt. And that feels bad. Thunderbreak, ouch.
Untap
That
land
might be
actually would have been
game.
really good.
Like, he gets to go Thunderbreak, deploy Shambling Man.
I think actually untapped land might have been even better because you get to get in with Needle Spire. I don't know.
Apparently, Sky says you're quiet.
Am I? I'm not sure. I can't tell. But yeah, this Thunderbreak region, without Glorybringer, I'm not sure if there's an answer.
Okay, let's turn up your bit, see if that helps. There you go. There we go. I did it. I don't
Oh, we're going to see
think
Nissa Vital Force get back Glorybringer. I think is the line we're going to see, maybe?
that doesn't work quite as well. Like, Loop can't.
Yeah, it's not going to work
attack.
though because it's going to be a man land for the kill. He's just dead on board.
Yeah. Yep.
Turn too slow for Loop.
Well, even if he puts a trade at best and Crackling Doom kills him. Because Glorybringer can't do dragons, so he can't exert kill it.
I'm not sure why. I guess killing him with Crackling Doom is the same thing, but Loop is tapped out. You could just go for Needle Spires or Shambling Vents.
Yeah. I was hoping he missed lethal.
I mean, sometimes if that's the line you gotta take, that's the line you gotta take.
Yep. NASCAR has missed lethals in the past, so in testing, like I've been dead on board and he's missed lethal. That is
That was
obvious.
a very quick mulligan. It looked like a lot of lands.
Yep. Both of these hands look fine.
I don't like NASCAR's
except
hand.
for NASCAR's. Yep.
Yeah.
Never mind.
4 lands and Grandmaster.
He can't. I have to let him.
Looks like NASCAR. Not sure what he scryed. It actually didn't show us, which is normally it's been showing us scries and whatnot.
Yeah.
But whatever it was, he kept it on top, and it looks like it was a Crackling Doom.
Yep. Crackling Doom. Pretty good card in the matchup. Can kill planeswalkers. It can disrupt combo. is good against Glorybringer and stuff like that.
It's just generally good against mid-range decks.
Yep.
It's a card that I think is quite good in Frontier that just doesn't quite have a home.
Yeah.
It matches up very well against
Jessica
Emerald.
Black plays it.
Yeah, but Jeskai
Yeah,
Black
it
isn't
does
as much
match
of
up.
a thing anymore.
That is also true. It was in my Mardu control Planeswalkers list, which I came in second in season 1, but I do not condone that deck. Deck is sweet, but is not good.
Who plays Magic to do good things? I thought you only played Magic to play sweet things.
That's also true.
But yeah, NASCAR mulling to 5, not good in a mid-range matchup where every card counts. Loop's hand is looking pretty solid. I like the way it's been shaping up. Plenty of lands.
Has another
Efficient things
oath
to
to
do.
find more action. Lightning. So he's gonna play oath. He's gonna play Jace this turn.
Yeah, I imagine.
And then do you just spyglass on to Jace? Is the question that Nass has to ask.
I think next turn, just to use his mana, he might Crackling Doom.
Yeah, I just feel like Kraken Doom on Jace is fine, but I think you can get bigger targets from it.
Right, but it's how
That's
greedy
why
do you
I'd
want to
rather
be
use
with the
Spyglass.
Crackle?
That's true.
Looks like he's going to go for Spyglass. Maybe? Ooh, thought better.
He's gonna attack first.
And yeah, it looks like he's going for Spyglass.
He can strip mine.
And yeah, he's going to go for
good
Jace.
enough. Yep. And then that allows
Do you
Glorbringers.
send a message and attack with Jace
Wait.
this turn?
Oh yeah, that's what I can do. Come on.
He didn't send a message. Gotta send the message, man. Attack with Jace. But yeah, Kolaghan's command, very good in the mid-range fight.
Yep. I think Nass is ahead now. Like Loop's doing nothing. He has lands. He has
There
a
we go.
disdainful strike for the Glorybringer.
There we go.
There we go.
Message received.
Thanks for pointing it out.
But yeah, this Glorybringer with... Ooh, is he going to go for K-Command now? I guess
he's
he
gonna discard and
get Soulfire
gets
back?
back Soulfire.
Yeah.
Huh.
Loop's fine with that. I'd be fine with that. I'm super
And
fine
it's
with
fine because being able to buy back Crackling Dooms. I mean, he's a couple lands off that.
that. Yeah.
Also,
No, it's a good play for
it
NASCAR,
guarantees him. Yeah, it
but if
guarantees
I'm
he's a
Loop,
threat next turn.
I'm really glad that K-Command isn't being used for a better creature.
Rhino is getting slammed. Oh, wait, no. You can't slam Rhino. Yeah, you can. Rhino's going to get D-stroked.
Yeah, he's going to
gonna
try to
feel
slam
good.
Rhino.
But that means Glorybringer resolves unless he drops. Well, unless.
It's also very important that you counter this so that Jace can get in again.
Yeah, that's also true.
Ooh, Renegade Rally Get Back Oath is pretty good.
Oh, yes, that is really good. And then you swing for 0, and damage is received.
It also does make Glorybringer better for NASCAR, unfortunately for Loop. Wayfinder is pretty solid. Man, would have loved to draw those
Okay.
planeswalkers.
Yep. That's a lot of value now in the graveyard.
Jake's putting in work.
It's done
Missed
work.
fifth land again.
So I think Thalia is better than Soulfire here.
Oh yeah, for sure. It also uses up more of your mana.
Yep.
Ishkana.
Ishkana
Quick
is
Delirium.
live because of the
Yep.
Planeswalkers. He has 5 types.
Yeah.
He's
Just
gonna.
making sure.
That's really interesting.
Huh.
Why are you fuming? Really? Like, I feel he had board control. He didn't need to fumigate.
Yeah.
Now you're just gonna slam Glorybringer, and he's gonna deal 4. Ishkana's gonna happen, and Crackling Doom's just gonna kill
The
Ishkana.
Scooter herself.
Yeah, and then he could, like, I feel the Fumigate just punted the game away, potentially.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it did there.
Like, he just killed his own board. Cause Solly is great, but just sure it makes Ishkana tapped. But either way, like next turn
I think you're fine
Ishkana
with
is
the
gonna.
turn of Ishkana being tapped.
Yep.
When you have that
Also,
many
if
creatures on board.
he played, if he played Ishkana with the thing with the rest of his board still intact, Crackling Doom kills Rallier instead of Ishkana.
Well, I imagine Glorybringer will just exert first.
That's also true. But either way, that means that it's a turn of Glorybringer not going at face, or because it will not untap after being exerted.
I don't like this first. I want to get Loop to block,
Yeah.
hoping for a trade.
Yeah, because you.
Because then you get 2 spiders as well.
Yeah. You only get 1 spider because it's a 3/5.
Or the
So.
Ishkana dies to Crackling Doom. Oh no, it would only be 1 spider. You're right.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
I value getting rid of spiders. I think a little more. I don't know. It's close.
Yep.
I think I like attacking first though.
Like, what needs to happen is Loop needs to draw Fumigate into. Like, if Loop had Fumigate right now,
Yeah.
Fumigate would be great. Instead of using it a lot earlier.
Found a Gideon.
Gideon's not good here. Because it just dies to Glorybringer, unless he pluses it, and then it eats 4 damage and then makes it 2/2. And then he might just go face.
On the bright side, Sam is back. But yeah, I think this game's over. Yeah, this game's gonna take a little while because the spiders are gonna get in the way of that glory.
Yeah. Like, because he exerts, he kills a spider, and then another spider gets eaten. And then it doesn't untap. It doesn't attack.
Yeah, you have 2 more draw steps before it attacks again.
Yep. Now you go back to Loop versus Sam. Esper Vehicles versus Esper Approach.
With vehicles on the play, most importantly.
Yep, because that makes it a lot easier to tempo out with Toolcraft into Copter into Scrounger, hold up Metallic Rebuke and stuff like that.
Yep, it allows you to get your early pressure on the board quickly and then just hold up your disruption.
Yep.
That's an easy, simple game plan for Loop.
Yep, which is why I prefer Esper Vehicles over Mardu.
Yeah.
Counterspells are great.
The tempo that you can get with the Esper build, I think, is just very strong. in addition to all of the
You
early
trade
pressure.
raw power.
Yeah.
You trade raw power for disruption.
This hand seems fine. It doesn't have the disruption, but it does have the pressure.
Oh yeah. Going Toolcraft into Smuggler into Gideon is great. And then you have cut for the Caracal.
Yep, just like he drew it up. But yeah, and on Sam's side, Negate will probably answer this Gideon, possibly Copter. No, never mind, not Copter, because Loop is on the
There's
play,
the
but it will
second
answer the
Gideon.
Gideon, which is quite strong. Terracle is usually pretty good in the matchup. Disallow is fine. He has Glimmer to get more lands.
I think unless Sam draws a that Loop is going to be far ahead in this game.
Oh, for sure. He's very far ahead given how both
Yeah.
hands look. But if I'm Sam, I'm fine with this hand.
Okay, so you crew Copter here because you need to loot.
Yeah.
You might get rid of Cut here. Yeah, he's gonna get rid of Cut because you want to have fourth land guaranteed for Gideon.
Yeah.
As
He might
well
get rid of
as
backup Gideon. I'm not sure though. I don't. It's depends on what he thinks is going to be happening the next couple turns.
I don't think you want them to get rid of double Gideon because you're playing against a control deck.
Yeah.
So you want to threats as possible in case they counter them.
Yeah. It's definitely worth thinking about what you think is going to matter more the next few turns.
Yep. So what happens is he swings for 6, he puts him down to 8, he plays Gideon, it gets countered, then he untaps, he does nothing, then he goes down to 2, he counters next Gideon, then he plays Caracal and he's dead. This is currently what's happening. Just with what's currently in hand.
Yeah.
Is what's going to happen. I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen because he might. Oh, he's going to Oh, he's dead. Disallow the crew.
Oh.
That saves him 3 life, but
Oh.
don't quote it.
There's
I
lots
wouldn't
of...
quote that. I would just.
Yeah. This means my Gideon resolves. Sam just
Yep.
discarded a card
So
to gain 3 life and prevent a loot.
Exactly.
I don't know if I agree
don't
with
think
that.
that's.
I mean, I understand that he just wants to survive, but
Yeah, because he has so many counter spells in hand. But now Gideon, he makes a 2/2, and then Then what you can do with Gideon next turn is you can plus Gideon or with Gideon to play around.
Actually, what Luke should have done there actually was the crew was disallowed, correct? So then that means you're still
the crew.
pre-combat. So then your second exemplar should have crewed. He's
Disallowing the.
But it's going to get spell clouded, and that is enough damage.
That's game.
Yeah, wow, what a quick game.
Really good against control.
So anticlimactic.
Yep. We waited a long time for like a 2-minute game.
Oh man, that's brutal. Oh, that's brutal.
Yep.
I can't believe we waited that long.
This is why I like Esper into control sometimes. Is because you can just get under.
Oh yeah.
And just kill.
Well, that was a
That's
fun
also
match,
why.
even if Game 3 was extremely anticlimactic.
Yep. You go fit. You win. Using double disallow on activations of like planeswalkers and smugglers copters feels really bad.
Well, that was a fun match. Glad you had me with you.
Yeah, we should do this. Well, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna beat you.
Oh, is that what it is, huh?
Mono black. Yeah, pushed out of the event.
Reverjoin's gonna get you.
Oh.
You watch. MVP right there.
Why did? Let's see why Sam decided to disallow. Like,
Yeah.
oh, like, okay, like,
I mean,
he isn't wrong. Because if he ever slams Carrick on 5, he just dives to the copter in the air.
yeah. I feel like the biggest issue in this matchup for Sam was he never saw his early removal spells, push, grasp, and whatnot.
Yep. Yeah. On the play, his hand was great. Like, he goes negate
yeah.
for copter, and to disallow for his next threat, and to disallow for Gideon. Yeah.
I think something we didn't actually talk enough about was the fact that Sam only runs 2 Fatal Push in his 75. And
Oh, yeah.
and only 2 Grasp of Darkness as well. His early interaction is actually very light. A lot lighter than I thought it would be.
Yeah. His push is great. I'm coming for you. Okay. So, that was a very interesting match we saw tonight. I hope you all enjoyed it. Hope
Hope
you
the
have
exhibition matches weren't too bad.
Yeah. And hope you have a great rest of the night. This was MTG Final Frontier. It was Matt, and
I'm Clayton.
commentating with me was Clay. And